completely free, but its physical reality right at this very moment is strictly defined by the radius of that tiny rope. It is a literal physical trap. And naturally, it reacts. It tries to escape. It pulls, it tugs, it uses literally every ounce of its juvenile strength to stretch that rope to its absolute limit. You can almost feel the tension, right? The frantic, physical struggle of this young animal desperately trying to pull free from the restriction. It's a chaotic, highly energetic fight against its physical boundaries. It tries again. Dust kicks up. The pulling continues. This is pure survival instinct kicking into overdrive. It's throwing its weight against those coarse fibers over and over, just completely refusing to accept the limitation. And again, the effort is absolutely relentless. It pulls and pulls, but with every violent tug, the rope holds firm. Exhaustion starts setting in. It's a continuous, draining battle that its young body simply cannot win. But every time, it fails. The struggle slows down, the dust settles. And this is the exact tragic moment the baby elephant finally gives up. It stops pulling, it accepts defeat. The physical limitation of the rope has now successfully transformed into a psychological boundary. The elephant learns a devastating lesson. No matter how hard I pull, I cannot break free. The fight is over. Let's move to and see how this builds as time does what it always does, right? It passes. We started day 1, where the physical struggle was real and the rope won. Then, months pass, a long, quiet period of absolute submission, where the struggle has been completely given up. And finally, years later, the baby elephant is gone. In its place stands a fully grown, massive powerhouse of nature. The physical reality of the animal has completely transformed, growing into an absolute giant. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark, almost unbelievable contrast. This adult elephant is now strong enough to break trees. It could uproot massive trunks with a casual swing. It is a creature of immense, earth-shaking physical power. But despite that incredible physical reality, it stands there, perfectly calm, still tethered by that exact same tiny rope from its youth, and it never ever tries to break it. The physical reality is ultimate strength, but the internal belief? Absolute weakness. So, why? How is this even possible? Because it still believes it can't. This is the big twist of our explainer. The tragedy here is profound, really. You see, the adult elephant is no longer held captive by a physical rope. That rope is utterly insignificant compared to its current strength. It's actually held captive purely by its own conditioning. The memory of its past failures has become a permanent, invisible cage. It's a prisoner of a belief that is entirely disconnected from its actual current reality. And this brilliantly illustrates something entirely relevant to you and me. The scary part of the source material isn't about animals at all. It's that many people live exactly the same way. We look at the elephant and we think it's foolish. But how often do we do the exact same thing? We experience a failure when we're young or maybe inexperienced or lacking resources at the time, and we internalize that failure. We let that tiny rope define our entire radius for the rest of our lives, never stopping to realize that, hey, we've grown, we are stronger now, and the limitations of our past absolutely do not apply to our present. So, the crucial point is, what's actually keeping us tethered? We are talking about old beliefs. These are the psychological illusions, rather than actual physical realities, that keep us trapped in place. Think about it. People are rarely trapped by their actual current reality. No, they're trapped by the ghosts of their past attempts. They're trapped by old beliefs that they've just never bothered to challenge or update. Just like the elephant, the chain isn't on our leg, it's in our mind. Which brings us to an incredible cinematic life lesson here. The chains holding you back may exist only in your mind. This is the ultimate takeaway from our story today. It's a massive call to awaken to your own power. Picture that tiny rope finally snapping under the sheer, effortless power of the adult elephant, stepping into absolute freedom. That freedom is available to you the very second you recognize that the barrier isn't real. The only thing stopping you from breaking trees is the lingering illusion of a tiny, insignificant rope. So I want to leave you with a direct challenge based on everything we've unpacked today. What is one belief you need to break today? Really think about it. What's the tiny rope from your past that you are still allowing to hold your incredible potential hostage? Identify it, recognize that it is just an illusion, and then step forward and snap it. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this concept. Take some time today to look at your own ropes, and I really hope you find the strength to break free.